So ladies and gents, as you know, this season we visited all 20 Premier League stadiums, but the mission is actually incomplete because as part of that mission we had to buy at least one item from each club shop. Now the last time we were here we came to watch Notts County across the River Trent. They lost 3-1 in that game, but I thought it would be an opportunity to look round the City ground and pop into the club shop, but the club shop was closed. We did sneak into the City ground unofficially. I saw a couple of doors open. Shh, don't tell anyone. But we're here, of course, outside the City ground now. We're here to complete the mission and buy something from the Nottingham Forest Club shop. Now, I'm not going to reveal quite yet as to what I'm going to buy. So before we get in that club shop and reveal what we're going to buy, what last items we're going to buy, let's head back to Footy Paradise HQ and recap what we bought from the other 19 Premier League shops. So here we go then guys, back at Football Paradise HQ. If you are new to the channel, not only do we look at Premier League stadiums, we tour grounds all over the country and soon overseas, because in a couple of days time the channel is off to Germany. More on that at the end of the video. But as you can see here, we've got a collection of club shop bags. I mean, some of these bags aren't even Premier League club shops because we visited loads more Championship, League One, League Two and even non-league grounds as well. For example, Wrexham. So check those videos out after this video. But today, Luton, Brighton, Brentford, Bournemouth, West Ham, the Gunners, Burnley, Wolves, City, the Toffees, United, Fulham, Chelsea, Crystal Palace. I'm sure I've missed them out. Last but not least, I've definitely missed this one out. You've seen all those previous bags. Newcastle, St James's Park club shop gave us this. More on the Newcastle club shop in a moment. So ladies and gents, as I said, we visited all 20 Premier League grounds, but we started this mission not only of visiting grounds, but buying an item from every club shop. We started it on game week 2. It was Villa's first game of the season versus Everton. And if you have seen the video last week when I did a bit of a summary, a recap as to all the grounds we visited, you'll know that the very first item we bought was this Hawaiian shirt. I think the company Fanatics make these because there is another item we bought on the list similar to this, but as you can see you've got the Aston Villa club crest, which I believe is only going to last one season because this badge was designed to be their badge going forward, but Villa have already got a new badge for next season, or so I've heard. But this was the very first item we bought. We didn't even buy this from the big main Villa club shop, even though they sold it there. They've got one of those little club shops on the way into the grounds, but it is an official club shop and this is an official item. So the first one ticked off, the Hawaiian shirt from Villa Park. Liverpool's club shop item. Now this was going back a while. I don't know why I got an ape. Obviously we're in Football Paradise and I've gone with a sort of tropical theme, but I thought animals and that sort of thing. I wanted unique, quirky items when we visited these club shops, not just generic things. We've got such a wide balance of stuff as this video will progress and you'll see. But this obviously has the Liverpool badge, the one that's on the shirt, not the big main crest. It's obviously still got the tags on. I can't remember how much I paid for this, £18, a whopping £18 for this orangutan. But when we did visit the Liverpool club shop, we were very honest, even as a rival fan, as to how good the Liverpool club shop was. For me, it's probably one of, if not the best Premier League club shop, not just in terms of size, but in terms of variety. As I said in the video, again, watch all these videos back. We've got a video on each and every club we visited. The variety was unreal. It had golf stuff, household stuff like lamps, so much stuff in the Liverpool club shop, which isn't a thing with every big six Premier League club, as we get onto in this video. So this was what we got from the Liverpool club shop. Credit to Liverpool, and I'm very happy with that £18 spent on the orangutan. So you heard me mention that we had an item to match this Hawaiian type shirt, and we got that from the Toffees shop, the Everton, what was it called? Everton 1 or Everton 2, one of the club shops. Now here you go. matches beautifully with what I've got on. You've got the Everton badge, crest on the shorts over there. Shall I whack these on? I don't know if I'm going to get them on. But ladies and gents, what did we pay for these shorts? Oh wow, I've overspent 30 Great British pounds. And as you can see there, you've got that Fanatics logo. So if you do want to buy this shirt or the shorts, they should still be on not only the club shop websites, but Fanatics as well. Very nice. I've not even worn these, but obviously summer's approaching. We've got Euro 2024, and I might be repping my Villa Everton Hawaiian combo. Let us know what you think of those in the comments below. So ladies and gents, I thought rather than get it down, I will bring you to the item over there. I don't know if you can see it. It's the Wolves clock over in the distance. I've not even put batteries in it. We've had it for months. We got that from the Molineux club shop. So something different, a Wolves clock. Very happy with that item. So here we have the receipt. Wall clock, black/gold, £22, and I was charged 30p for the carrier bag. It is over here, 30p. It's going to set you back in the Molineux club shop for a bloody carrier bag, but wow, £22. We spent a lot of money already. I reckon I've spent near enough £1,000 on all these club shop items, so make sure you do hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. I need to recoup some bloody money. Ooh. Next up, City. Now, Manchester City's club shop was really good. I would say it was probably on the level of Liverpool's club shop because that was incredible, but the prices in City's club shop were very reasonable. Probably one of the most reasonable club shop prices out of all of them, because this lovely 6-badge set, as you can see on the back, only set me back 8 Great British pounds, which was perfect because I didn't want to spend too much money in a rival club shop. But £8 for that beautiful badge set. Happy with that purchase. Right, please excuse the mess here in Footy Paradise HQ, but next up is Burnley. Bag here. We got a few items because we did a couple of trips to Turf Moor. Officially, I suppose, we got this, the Burnley bobble hat, as we watched Burnley beat Sheffield United 5-0. Whilst there, I also got a dog lead. For the dog, of course, not for the missus. Nice detailing on the dog lead. It did come with a collar somewhere as well. Where's that? A collar? But when we did return, we were invited by the kind people at Burnley to check out their Jimmy Mack hospitality suite, and they did treat us to a bit of a gift pack, which I've got over here, which had a cap, various items such as these coasters, which are really nice for this little bar top we've got over here. Right, next up, I think he's called Pete. I think you've got Pete and Alice, the mascots, the Eagles, the Crystal Palace mascots. This is Pete. Yes, it is Pete. And I paid £15 for Pete from the Crystal Palace club shop. And if you did see that recap video last week, even though maybe I was a little bit critical of Selhurst Park, it's looking very old, tired, but the club shop, despite being quite small, was really stocked to the max, absolutely overflowing with quirky novelty items such as old Pete here. Really happy with this purchase, and I think the Palace club shop isn't bad, it's all right. So then, ladies and gents, I've been sat here for about 10 minutes scratching my head as to what I bought from the West Ham club shop. The reason I couldn't find it was because it's behind me. It's this lovely West Ham cushion. Now, we were a little bit critical about, I see the new badge. It's not really a new badge anymore. They've had the badge for like, what, 8 years now, something like that. Maybe not quite that long. But I really like this cushion. Again, I'm trying to go for a bit of a soccer AM, late 90s, early 2000s, old school feel in this place. So we need a variety of items. Now, this cushion did set me back £10. I've just checked the receipt. So not bad, a tenner for this cushion. You don't see it too much on Footy Paradise HQ because my big fat ass is sat on it, but very happy with that. The West Ham club shop was pretty good. It's kind of two-tiered, and it's also where the stadium tours, the London stadium tours, will begin. So yeah, not a bad club shop at West Ham. On to, we're gonna have to get up again, probably one of my favourite stadium tours out of all the stadium tours we did on the channel. I love the ground because of the balance between new and old. Craven Cottage was delightful, and I loved it so much I've even got a Craven Cottage sign But I also bought, where is it? Lovely magnet of what is the pavilion, the cottage, an Archie Leach creation. Fantastic. So the next item you've probably seen over the last few weeks because he's on display. I can't even, a Buzz, it says on the back of him, Buzz. Wow, I can't believe how much I've spent for Buzz. So obviously from the G-Tech Community Stadium, in the last video, the recap video, we spoke about the club shop being quite far away from the actual main stand itself. It's as you come in towards the ground, the club shop's there on your right, on a building on its own by the Hive, a little kind of tent thing. But here we go. I thought after buying Pete from the Crystal Palace club shop, I quite like these little mascot soft plush toys, and I think they go quite well here at Footy Paradise. But £18 for Buzz might be pushing it a little bit, quite expensive. And on top of that, after spending £18, they only had small bags. So here I was, pre-tour, with Buzz just sticking out the bag like that. Now, here we are, on to this. Now, if you think the club shop bag is poor, you want to see the item we had to buy. We struggled to buy an item from the St James's Park, the Newcastle club shop. Obviously, before Newcastle fans go wild at me, we spoke about it in the video. Castore have been running the Newcastle club shop for the past few years. Now the contract with Castore ends at the end of the season. Adidas are taking over and Newcastle are completely refurbing the club shop, which I'm sure is music to most Geordie's ears. But I was very disappointed in this bag. In reality, they ran out of bags and I was given this to use for, where is it? Ah, over there. Now, there were some Geordies trying to make out to me that this was a magpie, but it's definitely not. It even says it on here, vinyl duck. Now, on the hunt to find quirky novelty items, as we like to find on Rise Football Paradise, in the Castore Club shop, there's basically nothing apart from a couple of gnomes maybe, but mainly shirts and sportswear. And again, I'll get on to the club I follow, whose club shop isn't much better, in a moment. But this duck, you can see it's dusty, it's been sat on the side ever since. It's got the Newcastle badge. It's got Newcastle United written on the side. But as you can see, this duck set me back £10, so didn't really break the bank. But out of all the Premier League club shops, I would probably say that Newcastle's this season was the worst. Now moving on, such a contrast to that club shop, we went to the delightful Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Now the Spurs ground is obviously, I referred to it as a flagship Premier League ground. It's incredible, you don't need me to tell you that. But the shop was also pretty good. I believe it's now the largest club shop in Europe. Apparently it's taken over the Bayern Munich club shop, and in that club shop we bought one of them being this. So this is a bar mat. As you might have seen it when I just showed you the Burnley coasters. I'm hoping to get like a bit of a bar setup here. I'm hoping to get a mini fridge under this table the camera's on, and in the Euros we can do watch alongs. I can have a telly there, I can have a mini fridge here, I've got my bar mats, I can have my drinks up there. Happy days, no spillage. Really happy with this bar mat. I've remembered what the other item is because Son scored the first competitive goal, I believe, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and I've got a thing, as you can see, for Corinthian figures. Here's Gary Penrice one from back in the day. Who remembers Corinthian figures? Pro Stars. They still are around in some form. I bought me a Sun soccer star. Now this was cheap. I can't find the bag for the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but I swear it only set me back a few quid. This was like 12 quid, something like that. The prices weren't too bad for a London club. Very happy with the Tottenham Hotspur club shop. I wouldn't say it was quite as good as Liverpool's. I would say, I'm going to come under criticism for this, but I'd probably say Liverpool's club shop was maybe the best out of all the club shops. Tottenham's a close second. A little bit different this one. We've got a dog bowl, but I'm using it as a means in which to house my Premier Power Pops. Now we just mentioned Corinthian figures. They did pop-up cardboard form as well, but this is a dog bowl, AFCB. There we go. So lots of doggy items. We've got a lead, a collar, and now a dog bowl. Very happy with that purchase, and it did set me back as it says on there, £14 for that dog bowl, but it is a high quality dog bowl, albeit used as storage here in Footy Paradise HQ. Next up, we've got the Gooners, and by popular demand, you guys wanted me to buy, he's up there, Gunnersaurus. Arguably one of the best Premier League mascots there is, Gunnersaurus. This doubles up as a cushion, I believe. Yeah, Gunnersaurus pillow pet. Now, he might look good. He might be a good addition to the man cave. Got the Arsenal crest there. But if you are to buy a Gunnersaurus in this form, it will set you back 25 Great British pounds. But I suppose he's got multi-dual use. I can put him behind me now. Ugh. There we go. Gunnersaurus doing his job lovely. The Arsenal club shop was pretty good as well. Yeah, pretty good. I think it's called the Armoury, isn't it? Very good club shop, Arsenal. Now on to number 15, 16, 15? I'm not sure. But it's a good one. We went to Bramall Lane. Obviously, Sheffield United have had a tough time this season. But despite some slightly leery security guards in the club shop, I'm happy with this purchase. Now this set me back 10 Great British pounds. But we've got some Spalding golf balls. But they're really good. Again, quirky, novelty. I say different, but it's not really that different because most Premier League club shops had golf items in it. I know a lot of footballers play golf and stuff, but golf items seem to be a common thing in club shops. But I thought it's something different for the man cave, so there we go. 3 golf balls from Sheffield United. Next up, we've got Chelsea. Now I did also buy 2 items from the club shop. Now I need to be honest, the club shop at Stamford Bridge, even though it was 2 stories high, it wasn't the best. It wasn't awful. But I did think a lot of Stamford Bridge, as I said before, was a bit of an anticlimax. But there we go. We've got a Reece James soccer star, and we've got, I thought as we bought a Craven Cottage magnet, we'll go over the road and buy a Chelsea magnet too. Remember, Stamford Bridge is in Fulham. It's just off Fulham Road, which was rather interesting. So that's what we got from Stamford Bridge. In terms of price, what did I pay? I paid £5 for this, and I think the soccer stars were £5 as well. About a tenner. So we can't knock Chelsea for the prices in their club shop. So as I said, we went to Nottingham Forest and we snuck in to the City Ground, but the club shop wasn't open. So as I said at the start of the video, we're going to end with looking at what we bought from that club shop, because if you're new to the channel, you'll be new to all the items I've bought, but if you followed along the series, you'll know all these items I'm showing you right now, but you won't know what we got from the City Ground club shop. So we'll get onto that in a moment. Now, this one we did a little bit differently. We had the pleasure of being joined by a Brighton fan called Joe. Now I gave Joe my bank card and he went in and bought 2 items from the club shop. And annoyingly, one of them is in the bloody wash, but I'll put it on screen right now. Oh yes, it was that lovely shirt, the replica shirt, throwback shirt from the FA Cup final in 1983, where Brighton faced Manchester United. I wear that shirt all the time. It fits beautifully. It serves two purposes. Not only is it a Brighton shirt, but obviously it's fond memories for United, because United would win the FA Cup that season. But on top of that, I'm going to grab you and we're going to take a look over here, because rather than get me to move it round, over here we've got a Brighton scarf, because prior to filming, the day before, Brighton had faced Roma and they'd won at the Amex, but obviously they'd lost on aggregate over the 2 legs. But it's a 50-50 scarf, and I know everyone has opinions on 50-50 scarves, but Joe bought it because it represented Brighton's journey over the years. Obviously started from 1983 and the decline which happened. We spoke about almost going bankrupt. We visited the old Withdean. We visited where the Goldstone ground was. So we were kind of sharing Brighton's journey. Now this represents the up, where they are now, faced in Roma, in the Europa. So those items weren't just quirky and novelty for this place, they actually had some meaning. So credit to Joe for choosing those items. Now, one I have missed out, because we went obviously numerous times for obvious reasons, was what we bought at Old Trafford. Now, I'm very sceptical about spending money in the Manchester United club shop for obvious reasons, the Glazers, lining the Glazers' pockets and so on. But we had to buy something when we did the tour. Over there by Eric Cantona is the Sir Matt Busby Way road sign. I have got an Old Trafford road sign over there in the distance, so I thought, I love Sir Matt Busby Way. Very nostalgic, brings back memories of being a kid and walking down Sir Matt Busby Way. But obviously we've got loads of United items in here anyway. So I suppose the final ground we ticked off the list was Kenilworth Road. We went there for a women's game. It was the FA Women's National League final, but obviously the club shop was open. Now this club shop was very old school. The sign was battered. And in there it was like a big porter cabin. It was a bit like the little club shop at Edgar Street in Hereford. But that's to be expected. Remember, Luton were a non-league club not so long ago. So probably the worst club shop in one way. But I think when you put it into perspective, when you put it against Newcastle, the size of St James's Park, the size of Newcastle United versus Luton Town, probably Luton exceed Newcastle in their club shop. Sorry, Newcastle fans, you know it's being improved. But what did we buy from Kenilworth Road? Well, the items are behind me. So you've guessed, we like these mascots. Now this is Happy Harry, a teddy. Now this is £18, so a little bit cheaper. I think it's cheaper than Buzz. No, £18 as well. So maybe this is universal pricing. So Buzz was £18 from Brentford, and so is Happy Harry, the teddy. I like him. It looks good. He's got his hat. They actually sold hats as well. Obviously, Luton are the Hatters. But because I loved my trip to Kenilworth Road so much, as you can see in the background, we've got another sign. I was starting to collect the signs. I might continue to do that as the channel grows. Get a sign from every football ground we visit, not just in the UK, but again, remember, overseas. More on that at the end of the video. Let's get on to our final item/items we bought from the Nottingham Forest Club Shop. Let's have a look. So before I show you what we got from the Forest Club Shop, the bag is see-through. So as soon as I show you, you're gonna know what we got. So let's get the obvious one out of the way. You know how much I love a bit of 90s nostalgia on the channel. Now we have obviously a famous away shirt from the mid-90s. They've not got the Umbro branding. I think it was made by Umbro, wasn't it? But this is a legendary shirt worn by the likes of Stuart Pearce. So this is a picture frame, of course. Now this set me back £15, which I thought was fairly reasonable. Now this can go, there is a gap over there in the corner, so we can put that over there in the corner. Really like that item. As we said before, I want to create a bit of a bar area with a mini fridge and stuff. We've got the Burnley coasters, we've got the Tottenham Hotspur spillage drinks sort of bar mat, but I thought we need a mini bar set. Now look at this. In this bar set, you've got a towel, you've got four beer mats. So we've already got 4 Burnley beer mats. We've got 4 Forest beer mats as well, and of course a pint glass. Let's just crack it open, shall we? So whilst watching Euro 2024 games, some of you have suggested that we do some watch-alongs during Euro 2024. Again, we're going to Germany in a couple of days, so we will try and get over there. Keep that quiet from the missus. But if not, we can live stream right here from Footy Paradise HQ. So we've got a pint glass, we've got a nice Forest towel with the badge. Put that on there. Now look at these coasters. Very nice indeed. So we've got a selection of coasters now. I'm really happy, not just with the progress of the channel. Obviously, we're getting close now to, my aim was 20,000 subscribers. By the end of the season, we're like 18,200 and something as of filming this. Let's try and get to 20,000 before the FA Cup final, before the Manchester derby. Controversial, that was yesterday as of filming this. United got through, they scraped through against Coventry, are playing City. So by the FA Cup final, let's hit 20,000 subscribers. But let's have a quick natter, because I'm going to let you know the schedule we're going to be doing whilst we're over in Germany, because we're cramming in so many grounds, not just Bundesliga grounds, but lower tier German football grounds as well. Let's have a little talk about what's going to happen. Let's not forget, guys, as well, speaking of Forest, we did buy this shirt. I know it's controversial buying another club's football shirt, but £20 for the official Nottingham Forest shirt. Very, very reasonable price. Obviously, it's the end of the season. But yes, in a couple of days' time, we're going to be flying to Cologne. We're going to be staying in Leverkusen, and I've got a busy schedule. We're going to be ticking off so many grounds. We're going to be going to Borussia Park, home of Mönchengladbach. We're going to do a stadium tour on the Thursday night. We're then going to come back to Leverkusen. We're staying really close to the Bay Arena, the home of Bayer Leverkusen. We're going to be doing a live stream outside the Bay Arena. We're going to do a bit of an external tour live on the channel, 8 PM UK time. So check that video out. On the Friday, we're even busier. We're going to be going to Dortmund. We're going to be looking at the old ground where Borussia Dortmund 2 play, which is right next door to Signal Iduna Park. We're going to do a Westfalenstadion. So many names to the Dortmund stadium. We're going to do a stadium tour of Dortmund. Then we're going to cross the border. We're going to go over to their rivals at Schalke, the Valtins Arena, where England are going to be playing at Euro 2024. Then I'm going to keep trying to get match tickets to VfL Bochum. If not, we're going to go live outside the ground, pick up some of that Bundesliga atmosphere as VfL Bochum play Hoffenheim on the Friday evening game. Again, we're going to go live for that. On the Saturday, we're going to be doing loads of the smaller grounds. I might be doing a Cologne tour, FC Köln, but I have got a Leverkusen membership, so I am going to try and get tickets for their game against Stuttgart. But as you can imagine, having just become Bundesliga champions and still unbeaten, could they have an invincible season? Tickets are in very high demand. So again, we're either going to get to Leverkusen for a game. If not, we're going to do an FC Köln, I never know how to say it, tour. But we're going to be looking at some of the smaller grounds around Cologne, around Leverkusen and stuff. I'm not going to reveal those quite yet, but we are definitely going to be doing a Leverkusen tour as well on the final day, on the Sunday. Lots of live streams, lots of stadium tours, hopefully at least one game. I might have to drop down below the Bundesliga if we are to catch a game. So some cracking stuff coming up on Rise Football Paradise. So make sure you are subscribed and look out for those videos, because this will be the last video uploaded to the channel before we go live on Thursday outside the Bay Arena. So there we go. Stick the thumbs up and I'll see you Thursday for another edition of Soccer PM Live Football Paradise. I'll see you there.